merchant of Syracusia, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws. It hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusians and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay, more, if any Syracusian born come to the Bay of Ephesus, he dies, his goods confiscated to the Duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied, to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this might comfort when your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian, say in brief the cause why thou departest from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. In Syracusa was I born. In Syracusa was I born, and wed unto a woman happy but for me. With her I lived in joy, our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamnum. For there had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons. And, which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, and in the self-same inn, a meaner woman was delivered of such a bird. Male twins, both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon, we came aboard. A league from Epidamnum had we sailed before the always wind-obeying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our doubting minds a doubting warrant of immediate death. sailors sought for safety by our boat and left the ship, then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him unto a small spare mast. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I fastened ourselves at either end the mast. At length the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us. The seas waxed calm, and we discovered two ships from far making a main for us. Of Corinth that, of Epidaurus this, but ere they came, oh, let me say no more.
Nay, forward, old man. Do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so, I had not now worthily termed them merciless to us. For ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was splitted in the midst. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind, and in our sight, they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave helpful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me severed from my bliss.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate at full what hath befallen of them and thee till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of him. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus. Hopeless to find, but loath to leave unsought, or that or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me, they live.
Hapless Aegean, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now, trust me. Were it not against our laws, my soul would sue as advocate for thee. But, though thou art adjudged to the death, and past sentence may not be recalled, yet I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I'll limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Beg thou, or borrow, to make up the sum. And live! If no, then thou art doomed to die. Jailer, take him to thy custody.
I will, my lord.
Hopeless and helpless doth the Aegean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Therefore give out jar of Epidamnum, lest your goods too soon be confiscate this very day. A Syracusian merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and not being able to buy out his life according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. There's your money that I have to keep.
Go, bring it to the Centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mien.
A trusty gentleman, sir, that very oft, when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What, will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I am invited, sir, to certain merchants, begging your pardon. Soon, please you at 5 o'clock, I'll meet with you upon the mart.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop, who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I to seek a mother and a brother. In quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. Oh, what now? How canst thou not return so soon?
Return so soon? Rather approach too late. The capon burns! The pig falls from the spit! The clock hath struck 12 upon the bell, and my mistress has made it 1 upon my cheek. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach, and you have no stomach having broke your fast. But we that know it is to fast and pray are penitent for your default today.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
6 that I had Wednesday last to pay the saddler for thy mistress's crupper. Well, the saddler had it, sir. I kept it not.
I am not in a sport of humor now. Tell me and dally not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou to trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you jest, sir, as we sit at dinner. I for my mistress come to you in post. And if I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will score your falls upon my pate. Methinks your maw, like mine, should be your clock, and strike you home without a messenger.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? Why, you gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir knave, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart home to your house. To the Phoenix, sir? To dinner? My mistress and her sister stays for you.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me in what safe place you have bestowed my money, or I shall break that merry sconce of yours. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
Well, I have some of your marks upon my pate, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but master, not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thy mistress's marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Oh, your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix!
What? Wilt thou flout me thus, unto my face being forbid? There! Take thou that, sir knave!
Oh, what mean you, sir? Oh, for God's sakes, hold your hands! Nay! And you will not, sir. I'll take my heels.
Upon my life! By some device or other, the villain is o'erwrought of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark working sorcerers that change the mind, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I'll be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned that in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Lucian, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner.
Oh.
Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they go. Or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty then ours be more?
Because their business still lies out a door.
Wait, look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh, no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
My headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There is nothing situate under heaven's eye but hath his bound in earth and sea and sky. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their male subjects and at their controls. Men more divine, the masters of all these, lords of the wide world and wild watery seas, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sweat.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
How with your husband start some other wear?
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
Patience, unmoved. No marvel, though she pause, they can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul, bruise it with adversity. We bid be quiet when we hear it cry, but were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much or more would we ourselves complain. So thou, that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, with urging helpless patience wouldst relieve me. But if thou live to see the like right bereft, this full-begged patience in thee will be left.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Up, here comes your man. Now is your husband nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at two hands with me, and that my 2 ears can witness.
But say, didst thou speak to him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he told his mind upon mine ear.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Oh, why, mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Horn mad, thou villain!
I mean not cuckold mad, but surely he is stark mad. When I desired him to come home, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Your meat doth burn, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come home, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. But my mistress, sir, quoth I. Hang up thy mistress. I know not thy mistress. Out on thy mistress.
Quoth who?
Quoth my master, I know, quoth he. No house, no wife, no mistress. And in conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again and be new beat home? For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pate across.
Oh, and he will bless that cross with other beating. Between you, I shall have a holy head.
Heaven's prating peasant, and fetch thy master home.
Am I so raw with you as you with me, that like a football you do spurn me thus? You spurn me hence, he will spurn me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather. Oh,
Go! Go!
Fie, self-harming jealousy loureth in thy face.
His company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look.
Self-harming jealousy. Fie, beat it to heads.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, else what lets it but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone a love he would detain, that he'd keep fair quarter with his bed. But since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away, and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy.
gold I gave to Dromio is laid up, safe at the Centaur, and the heedful slave is wandered forth, in care to seek me out. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humor altered? As you love strokes, so jest with me again. You know no Centaur? You receive no gold, Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner? My house was at the Phoenix? Wast thou mad that thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the Centaur, with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold receipt, and told me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou felt'st I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest, I pray you, master? Tell me.
Thinkest thou I jest? Hold. Take thou that!
Oh,
that!
hold, sir, for God's sake! Now you're just as earnest. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first,
Oh!
for flouting me, and then wherefore,
Oh! Oh!
for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season? When and the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason. Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
Well, I shall make the amends next to give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants that I have.
In good time, sir. What's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, then 'twill be dry. But soft, who wafts us yonder?
I, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou, unurged, would vow that never words were music to thine ear, that never object pleasing in thine eye, that never touch were welcome to thy taste, that never meat sweet savored to thy hand, unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art thus estranged from myself? Ah, do not tear away thyself from me. For know, my love, as easy mayst thou fall a drop of water in the breaking gulf, and take unmingled that same drop again, as take from me thyself, and not me too. How dearly would it touch me to the quick, shouldst thou but hear I was licentious. I am possessed with an adulterate plot. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust, for if we two be one and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh. Keep then fairly in truce with thy true bed. I live unstained, thou undishonored.
To plead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, as strange unto your town as to your talk.
Fie, brother, how the world is changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee, and this thou didst return from him that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
Sir, I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words. Did you deliver to me on the mart?
I never spake with her in all of my life.
How can she thus then call us by our names unless it be by inspiration?
How ill agrees it with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood? Come, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband. I a vine. If aught possesses thee from me, it is dross usurping ivy, briar, or idle moss.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her theme. What? Was I married to her in my dream? Oh, sleep I now and think I hear all this. Oh, what error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll, entertain the offered fallacy.
Romeo, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads! I cross before a sinner. This is the fairyland. Oh, spite of spites! We talk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, then this will ensue. They'll suck our breath, or pinch us black and blue.
Why prayest thou to thyself and answerest not? Dromio, thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot!
Master, I am transformed, master, am I not?
If thou art transformed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true. She rides me and I long for grass. 'Tis so. I am an ass. Else it could never be. But I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today. Sirrah, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I on earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised, known unto these and to myself disguised? I'll say as they say, and persever so, and in this mist and all adventures go.
Come, Antipholus, but dine too late.
My good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours. Say that I lingered with you in your shop to see the making of her carcanets, and tomorrow will you bring it home? But here's a villain that would face me down. He met me in the mart, and that I beat him, and there did charge 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. What? Thou drunkard, what didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. You beat me in the mart, and I have your hand to show.
I think thou art an ass.
Marry, so it doth appear, by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear.
Oh, your sad Signor Balthazar. Pray God our good cheer will answer my goodwill and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir. And you're welcome, dear.
Oh, Signor Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Oh, good meat is common, sir, that every churl affords.
And welcome's more common, for that's nothing but words. Oh! Soft, my door's locked. Go, bid them let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Marion, Sizzle, Jillian, Gin.
Mom, Maltors, Capon, Coxcomb, Idiot, Patch, either get thee from the door, or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches that thou callest for such store, when one is one too many? Go get thee from the door.
Talks within there. Oh, open the door.
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? Why, for my dinner. I have not dined today.
Nor today here you must not. Come again when you may.
Art thou that keepest me from the house I own?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Oh, villain! Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name! The one ne'er got me credit, the other mickle blame.
How baggage, let me in!
Can you tell for whose sake?
The master knocked the door hard.
Let him knock till it ache.
Who is that at the door that keeps all this noise?
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? Well, you might have come before.
Your wife, sir knave. Go get you from the door.
There is neither cheer, sir, nor welcome we would fain have either.
something in the wind that we cannot get in. Go fetch me something! I'll break open the gates!
Break any breaking here and I'll break your knave's pate!
A man may break words with you, sir, and words are but wind. Aye, and break it in your face, so he break it not behind.
Well, I'll break in! Fetch me an iron crawl!
Have patience, sir. Please let it not be so. But be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the Tiger Hall to dinner. And at about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now, in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment might be made of it.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and, in despite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild, and yet too gentle. To her will we to dinner. Get you home, sir, and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. That chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife, upon mine hostess there. Good sir, make haste.
I will meet you at that place some hours hence.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
That you have quite forgot a husband's office? Shall, Antipholus, even in the spring of love thy love springs wrought? Shall love in building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake, use her with more kindness. Or, if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Be secret false, what need she be acquainted? 'Tis double wrong to truant with your bed, and let her read it in thy looks at board. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then, well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine. Nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me now, sweet mermaid, with thy note. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote.
What, are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated. How, I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun, being by.
Gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look on night.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself. Mine own self's better part. Mine eye's clear eye, my dear heart's dearer heart.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister, sweet, for I aim thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft, sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister. Get her goodwill.
Oh, how now, Dromio? Where runn'st thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man?
Marry, sir, I am due to a woman. One that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such a claim as you would lay to your horse. And she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
A very reverent body. Aye, such a one as a man may not speak of without he say, Sir Reverence. I have but lean luck in the match, and yet is she a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean this fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she is the kitchen wench and all grease. And I know not what use to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I warrant, her rags and the tallow in them would burn a Poland winter. If she lived till doomsday, she'd burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, like my shoe. But her face, nothing half so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
Oh, that's a fault that water would mend.
No, sir, 'tis ingrained. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Now, sir. But her name and 3/4, that's an L and 3/4, could not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breadth?
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She's spherical, like a globe. I can find out countries in her.
Where in her body stands Ireland?
Marry, sir, in her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where Scotland?
I found it by the Baroness hard in the palm of the hand.
Where France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her heir.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood in her chin by the salt room that ran between France and it.
What?
Where's Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where America, the Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose all o'er embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires, declining the rich aspect of the hot breath of Spain, who sent whole armados of carracks to be balanced at her nose.
Where stood Belgium, the Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what privy marks I had about me, as the mark on my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch.
Oh, go hie thee presently, post to the road. I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark puts forth, come to the mart, where I will walk till thou return to me. If every one knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge back and be gone.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There's none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that calls me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, being possessed with such gentle, sovereign grace, with such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But, lest myself be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ear against the mermaid song.
Master Antiphalos!
Aye, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here is the chain. I thought to have ta'en you at the Porpentine, but the chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
What is your will I should do with this?
Oh, what please yourself, sir. I've made it for you.
Made it for me, sir. I bespoke it not.
Oh, not once, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife withal. And soon at supper time, I'll visit you and then receive my money for the chain.
Oh, I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you ne'er see chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think, there's no man is so vain who would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here need not live by shifts when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. I'll to the mart, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship puts forth, them straight away. That's a lot of gold. Red.
You know, since Pentecost, the sum is due. And since I have not much importuned you, nor now I have not, but that I am bound to Persia, and want guilders for my voyage. Therefore, make present satisfaction, or I'll catch you by this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me now by Antipholus. And in the instant that I met with you, he had of me a chain. Please, if you walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my bond and thank you too.
That labor may you save. See where he comes. While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. That rope will I bestow upon my wife and her confederates for locking me out of doors by day. But stop, I see the goldsmith. Go, get thee gone. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
Oh, why, I buy £1,000 a year. I'll buy a rope.
A man is well hope up that trusts to you. I promised your presence and the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. But like you thought our love would last too long were it chained together, and therefore came you not?
Saving your merry humor, sir, here is the note. How much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the fineness of the golden, chargeable fashion, which does amount to 3 odd ducats more than I am debted to this gentleman. I pray you see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea and stays but for it.
I am not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good senor, take the stranger to my house. Bear with you the chain, and bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bear it with you, lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I have not, sir, I pray you do, else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long.
Good Lord! You use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have chid you thus for not bringing it, but like a shrew, you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me, the chain.
Give it to my wife and fetch your money.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say whether you'll answer me or no. If not, I'll leave him to the officer.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know what? I gave it to you half an hour since.
You gave me none. You wrong me much in saying so.
You wrong me more in denying it. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or this will stand upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him at my suit.
I do, and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had? Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Here's thy fee. Arrest him, officer.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit?
obey thee till I give thee bail. But, sir, you shall buy the sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer for.
Sir, I will have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master! Master, there's a bark of Epidamnum that stays until her owner comes aboard. And then, sir, she bears away. The ship is in her trim. They stay for naught, but for their owner, master, and yourself.
Oh, now a madman! Why, thou peevish sheep! What ship for Epidamnum stays for me?
A ship you sent me to higher waftage.
Oh, thou drunken slave! I sent thee for a rope and told thee to what purpose and what end!
You sent me to a rope's end as soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I will debate this matter at more leisure and teach thy ears to list me with more heed. To Adriana, slave, hie thee straight. Give her this key. Tell her that in the desk there is a purse of ducats. Have her send it. Tell her that I am arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hie thee, slave, be gone! On, officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana? That is where we dined. Where Dalzabel did claim me for her husband. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their master's minds fulfill.
Oh, Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest, yea or no?
First, swore he that he was a stranger here.
Well, true, he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Then, love I begged for him, you begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move.
Ah,
First he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
did speak him fair?
Patience, I beseech.
I cannot nor will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He's deformed, crooked, old, and sere, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere.
Here! Go. The desk. The purse. Sweet now, make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No! He's in Tartar limbo, worse than hell!
Why, man? What's the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is arrested on the case.
What is he arrested? Tell me at whose suit?
I do not know at whose suit he is arrested well, but he's in a suit of buff which rested him. That can I tell. Will you send him, mistress? Redemption! The money of his
Yes,
desk!
go fetch it, sister. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
No, not on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain! Do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, the bell. It's time that I were gone.
There's the money, go bear it straight, and bring my master home, immediately!
There's not a man I meet but doth salute me, as if I were their well-acquainted friend. And everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me. Even now, a tailor called me in his shop and showed me silks that he had bought for me. Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here.
Mister! Mister! Here's... Thank you. Here is the gold you sent me for. What? Have you got the picture of old Adam New Apparel?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean?
Not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that keeps the prison.
I understand thee not.
No, why? 'Tis a plain case.
There rest in your foolery. Does any bark put forth? May we be gone?
Why, sir, I sent you word an hour since that the bark expedition put forth tonight. And then were you hindered by the sergeants. Here are the angels you sent for to deliver you.
The fellow is distract. And so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power deliver us from hence.
Well met, Master Antipholus. I see, sir, you have found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan! Avoid! I charge thee, tempt me not!
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil!
Nay, she is worse. She is the devil's dam. And here she comes in the head of a white witch. And there have come that the witches say, God damn me. That's as much as to say, God made me a white witch. Come not near her.
Oh, you manage are marvelous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll, mend our dinner here.
Master, if you do, beseech, spoon meat, or expect, or bespeak a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Mary, he must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
Avoid then, fiend! What tellest thou me of supping? Thou art, as you are all, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond, the chain you promised, and I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Avaunt, witch! Come, Dromio, let us go!
Now, out of doubt, Antipholus is mad. A ring he hath of mine worth 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason that I gather he is mad is a mad tale he told today at dinner of his own doors being shut against his entrance. My way is now to hie home to his house and tell his wife that being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
Fear me not, man. I will not break away. I will give thee, ere I leave thee, so much money to warrant thee as I am rested for. Ah, here comes my man. I think he brings the money. Oh, now, sir, have you what I sent you for?
Here's the hat I warrant. We'll pay them all.
Where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain, for a rope. To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To a rope's end, sir. And to that end am I returned.
To that end, sir, I will welcome you!
Good sir, be patient. Nay, 'tis for me to be patient. I'm in adversity. Good, now hold thy tongue. Nay, rather persuade him to hold his hand.
Thou whoreson, senseless villain!
Oh, I would I were senseless, sir, that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible to nothing but blows, and so is an ass!
Oh, I am an ass indeed. Oh, you may tell so by my long ears. I have served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant, and have nothing at his hands for my service but blows. When I am cold, he heats me with beating. When I am warm, he cools me with beating. I am waked with it when I sleep, raised with it when I sit, driven out of doors by it when I go from home, welcomed home by it when I return. Oh, nay, I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar wont her brat. And I think when he hath lamed me, I shall beg with it from door to door.
Come, sir. Go onward. My wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, beware the rope's end!
Wilt thou still talk?
How say you now? Is not your husband mad? His incivility confirms, no less. Good Dr. Pinch, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again.
Alas, how fiery and how sharp he looks. Mind how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
There is my hand. And let it feel your ear.
I can't see. Satan howls within this man to yield possession to my holy prayers and to thy state of darkness. Hide these streets. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Peace, doting wizard, peace. I am not mad.
Oh, that thou wert not! Poor distressed soul! Oh!
You minion, you! Are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face revel and feasted at my house, whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut, and I denied to enter at my house?
Oh, husband, God doth know you dined at home today!
Dined at home. Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Were not my doors locked up and I shut out?
Perdie, your doors were locked and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself reviled you there.
And did not I, enraged, depart from thence?
In verity you did. My bones bear witness. That hath since felt the vigor of his rage.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
By me? Heart and goodwill you might, but surely, master, not a rag of money.
Wouldst thou not to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me, and I delivered it.
And I am witness with her that she did.
Oh, God and the rope maker bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress! Both man and master is possessed! They must be bound and put in some straw room. Look at their pale and ghastly looks.
Oh, bind him! Bind him! Let him not come near me!
More company! More company! The fiend is strong within him!
Ay me, poor man, how pale and wan he looks.
Will you murder me? But thou, jailer, thou, I am thy prisoner. Wilt thou suffer them to make a rescue?
Master, let him go. He is my prisoner, and you shall not have him.
No! Go bind this man, or he is frantic too!
I will discharge thee ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and knowing how the debt goes, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed home to my house. Oh, most unhappy day!
Oh, most unhappy strumpet!
Oh, bear him hence! Sister, go you with me? Say now! Whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
How grows it due?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
But when, as your husband, all in a rage today, came to my house and took away my ring, the
bring us where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large. God, for thy mercy, they are loose again! And with naked swords? Come, let's get more help and have them bound again! Away!
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She that would be your wife now ran from you.
Come to the centaur, fetch our stuff from thence. I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore, away to get our stuff aboard.
Sir, to have hindered you, but I protest he had of me a chain. The most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
Oh, a very reverend reputation, sir. A credit infinite, highly beloved. His word would bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly. Yonder, as I think he walks.
'Tis so in that self-chain around his neck that he forswore most monstrously to have. Signor Antipholus, I do wonder much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself, by circumstance and oaths so to deny that same chain that now you wear so openly. Besides, the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this my honest friend, who but for staying on our controversy had hoisted sail and set to sea today. You had that chain of me. Can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest did hear thee. File thee, wretch. 'Tis pity that thou livest to walk where any honest man resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty upon thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I dare, and do defy thee for a villain.
Hold! Hurt him not, for God's sake! He is mad! Some of you get within him! Take his sword away!
Run, master, run! For God's sake! Take a house!
This way! Run, run, run!
Here's the priory! In! We're spoiled!
Be quiet, people. Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence. Let us come in, that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wit.
As good people enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters into my house.
Then have your servants bear my husband forth.
Neither. He sought this place for sanctuary, and it should privilege him from your hands till I have brought him to his wits again.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, diet his sickness, for it is my office, and will have no attorney but myself, and therefore let me have him home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir until I've used the approved means I have to bring him as a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of my oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here, and ill it doth beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity. Come, go! I will fall prostrate at his feet and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this, I think, the dial points at 5. Anon, I'm sure, the Duke himself in person comes this way to the Melancholy Vale.
Upon what cause?
to see a reverend Syracusan merchant who put unluckily into this bay against the laws and statutes of this town, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come, we will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duke before he pass the abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. If any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess!
She is a virtuous and a reverend lady. It cannot be that she have done thee wrong.
It please your grace. Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me and all I have at your important letters, this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the streets, with him his bondman, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens. Once did we get him bound and sent him home, he broke from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendant and himself met us again, and madly bent on us. We came again to bind him, and then they fled into this abbey whither we pursued them, and here the abbess shuts the gates on us and will not suffer us to fetch him out, and therefore, most gracious Duke, with thy command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess come to me.
You must shift and save yourself! My master and his man are both broke loose, beaten the maids a row, and bound the doctor. And sure, if you do not send some present help, between them they will kill the conjurer!
Peace, fool! Thy master and his man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Upon my life, my mistress, I tell you true! Hark! Hark, I hear them! Oh, fly! Be gone!
Come, stand by me. Fear nothing.
God with all beings!
By me, it is my husband. Witness you that he is born about invisible. Even now we housed him in the abbey here, and now he's there. Yes, Lord of human reason.
Oh, justice! Oh, sacred Duke, grant me justice, even for the service that long since I did thee when I bestrid thee in the wars and took deep scars to save thy life. Now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, oh sweet prince, against that woman there! Beyond imagination is the wrong she this day hath shameless thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me while she with harlots feasted in my house.
Grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord. Myself, he, and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul as this is false, he burdens me withal.
Ne'er may I look on day nor sleep on night, but she tells to your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman! They are both forsworn. In this, the madman justly chargeth them.
My liege, I am advised at what I say. This woman locked me out this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, parting from me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine where Balthasar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In the streets I met him, and in his company this gentleman, for whom this perjured goldsmith swore me down that I this day of him received the chain, which God he knows I saw not, for which he did arrest me with an officer. And by the way we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. With them they brought one pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead man. This pernicious slave cries out that I was possessed, and then altogether they fell upon me, bound me, and bore me thence, and in a dark, dankish room at home there left me, and my man both bound together, till gnawing with my teeth, my bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain of thee, or no?
He did, my lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw the chain around his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn, these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of him before you forswore on the mart, and then you fled into this abbey here, after which, I think, you are come by miracle.
I didn't come within these. I never saw the so help me heaven!
What an intricate impeach is this! I think you all have drunk of Circe's cup! Go call the abbess hither!
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life, and it is some that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is not that your bondman Dromio?
Oh, within this hour, sir, I was his bondman. But he, I thank him, gnawed into my cords. Now am I Dromio, and his man, unbound.
I am sure you both of you remember me. Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
Not know my voice? Oh, time's extremity, hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares. Oh, tell me thou art my son Antipholus!
I never saw my father in my life!
Most mighty Duke, behold the man most wronged.
I see 2 husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius to the other. And so of these. Which is the natural man? And which the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away!
I, sir, am Dromio. Pray, let me stay.
Aegeon, art thou not? Or else his ghost? Oh, my old master! Who has bound him here?
Whoever has bound him, I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. Oh, old Aegeon, if thou beest the man that once had a wife once called Amelia, who bore thee at a burden 2 fair sons. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegeon, speak, and speak until the same Amelia.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where is that son that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidamnum, he and I and the twin Dromio all were taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth, by force, took Dromio and my son from them, and me they left those of Epidamnum. What then became of them, I cannot tell. To this fortune that you see me in.
Why, here begins his morning story right. These 2 Antipholuses, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios. One in semblance. These are the parents to these children, which accidentally are met together. Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first?
No, sir, not I. I'm from Syracuse.
Stay! Stand apart! I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord.
And I with him.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are not you my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
And so do I. Yet did she call me so? And this fair gentlewoman, her sister here, did call me brother. what I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good, if this be not a dream I see and hear.
Is that the chain, sir, that you had of me?
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain, arrested me.
I think I did. I deny it not.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail by Romeo, but I think he brought it not.
This purse of ducats I received from you, Dromio, my man, did give them me.
These ducats pawn I for my father here.
Oh, it shall not need. Thy father hath his life!
Yeah!
Sir, I must have that diamond from you.
Oh! There, take it. And much thanks for my good cheer.
Renando, vouchsafe to take the pains and come to us with the abbey here, and we shall make full satisfaction. Come to gossip's feast and come with me. After so much grief, such festivity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother there. Rejoice with him.
There is a fat friend at your master's house who kitchened me for you today at dinner. She now shall be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass, not my brother. But I see by you I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk in to see their gospel?
Not I, sir. You are my elder.
Well, that's a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the senior. Till then, lead thou first.
Nay. Then thus, we came into the world like brother and brother. Now let's go hand in hand, not one before another.